All right, guys, it looks like we are live right now. How is everyone doing? This is episode 13. Pretty sure this is episode 13. Correct me if I'm wrong. Episode 13 of the No Flightless live stream. This has been a long journey, and hopefully it can continue being an even longer journey. So what is going on, guys? I'm going to wait a little bit before I go ahead and get my guest on. For those that didn't see the Discord post that I posted just less than 5 minutes ago, I am going to be having a guest on, just like I did last time. Last time I had the king of the shopping spree giveaway, Brewer himself, Airsoft Brewer, was a fantastic guest. I loved having him on. I'm probably going to have him on at some point in the future, but this time around, I'm going to go ahead and turn the seat over to someone else, someone who has also been a homie to not just Airsoft GI, not just the boss man, but also to myself and all the staff at Airsoft GI, who's been a continued supporter and much appreciated supporter. Yeah, he's been a really appreciated supporter of the channel and, of course, of the store itself. My man Stitch, he's going to be joining me in just a few minutes as well. Let's see who we got in the chat right now. Let's see, Dylan, what's going on? OZ Army, what's going on, bro? I remember you from the last live stream. You made me say OZ Army on top. I don't know what you did with that voice clip, but sure, I remember you. What's going on, bro? Fidel, ayo, what's happening? Mark Popejoy, what's good, bro? Yes, any gun over $100 is going to be, if you place the order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, during the stream only, you will be getting 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. 20 entries. That's a lot of that's a fucking great amount right there. By the way, guys, if I sound at all just a little bit sick or a little bit under the weather, I am definitely not feeling good right now. I am feeling like both. I woke up. I started feeling this way Monday, and I was like, oh no. I woke up and I'm like, yep, time to go to the bathroom. And every time I would go, like a few minutes later, I would just go again and again and again and again. And it was coming out of both ends too. So and to this day too, like I just felt so dehydrated, like crazy. Like I wasn't drinking enough like liquids. I thought I was like, you know what, I won't be that bad. And crazy. I got rid of all bodily liquids yesterday. And again this morning, and I was like, I'm fucking dying. So I have been, for the most part, bedridden all day today. But we're going to power through this live stream. Because again, I want to get you guys all hyped up. I want to let you guys know of all the amazing promos we have going on right now. Let's see here. Yeah, Stitch is going to be joining me in just a few minutes. But I want to let you guys know we have going on right now. Okay, so first things first, right? We all know the regular deal. Any $20 plus order, and you're automatically going to get a chance at winning the shopping spree giveaway. Absolutely freaking insane, right? That's pretty freaking cool. And I believe right now we're at 2,500? Fuck. Like, damn, guys. $2,500 can be yours, and all you got to do is place a $20 order, right? That's pretty standard. However, exclusive to my stream, right now, any order, $50 or more, and you're going to be getting 5 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. 5 chances of winning $2,500. And all you got to do is place one order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So again, it can be an accumulation for BBs. It can be for all the essentials, right? Literally, it can be for an airsoft gun. It doesn't matter, right? As long as it's $50 or more, you'll get 5 chances. However, if you are going to buy an airsoft gun, now is 100% the time to go ahead and place it, because any order that for an airsoft gun that's $100 or more placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, again, during the stream only, is going to get 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Let's see here. So yeah, guys, just make sure that you go ahead and place those orders right now, because again, this promo right now is only going during the live stream that I have going on right now. That's it. That is literally it. Again, once 9:30 hits, that is going to be the end of the stream. It's over. That deal's gone. So, and again, we have a lot of stuff that we have available on sale right now. Look, go ahead and check this out. Check this out. We have a ton of shocker deals going on right now. And we got I think it was a little over half of our pistol inventory is all discounted right now. So fuck. I mean, that was definitely the time. I mean, yeah, some of these shockers, fucking, let's see, take a look here, right? WeTech is one of the big ones, right? You can see a lot of their stuff is discounted right now. Yeah, there's just so much stuff that's discounted right now. It's absolutely insane. So you're just waiting for this next page to load. But yeah, again, and place an order for any one of these pistols or gas blowback rifle or AEG or a bolt action sniper rifle. Doesn't matter. Like any airsoft gun, literally we meant it, any brand qualifies, right? So you can order yourself, I don't know, like one of these freaking We Take Bulldogs if you want, or if you're a fan of Resident Evil, you can get the RPD Biohazard Samurai Edge M9s. I don't know, just throwing stuff out there. It could literally be whatever it is that you want. As long as it's an airsoft gun, it's over $100, you get 20 chances of winning. But you gotta place it before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We make it so easy for you guys to get as many chances as you guys possibly can. Again, another option that I would also suggest. I'm gonna go and throw this out there. Just saying. The Black and Gold Edition Mystery Box version 2. Guys, I said it once, I'll say it again. $195, right? Insanely stacked prize list. Like, you can't make this shit up. Like, this is absolutely insane. Your odds are so freaking good of winning something amazing. Because, look, all the prizes in here, they're all fucking dope. They are all fucking dope, right? And you are automatically getting a higher retail value than what you actually pay for, right? That's just facts. It's just facts right there. You are going to be winning, guaranteed, no matter what, right? Now, however, we are running out of these guys, so make sure to go and place your orders for these now while you still can. Again, just do it. Like, you are going to be doing yourself a huge, huge favor. And it comes automatic free shipping. Like, you're automatically going to be getting free shipping with that bad boy. So you are saving yourself a little bit of money on that too. So again, there's no reason why you shouldn't. I'm just saying. We're just saying, right? All right, let's see who else we got in the chat right now. Brewer, what's going on? Officer McDuff, what's going on? Eden. All right, let's see here. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I think... let's see here. All right, cool. So, I think we should be good. I think right now to go ahead and have on Stitch. I'm going to go like bring him on right now. I'm going to give him a call. Let's see, where is Discord? Let's see here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give the homie a call right now. Let's see here. Messages. Where's Stitch? There he is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call him on. All right, and let me know if you guys can hear him as well. I can adjust the volume accordingly. Hey, you can hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, guys, I can hear Stitch right now. Let me know if you guys can go ahead and hear him as well. Stitch, why don't you go ahead and give us a little test 1, 2, 3.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Can anybody hear me?
All right, we're going to wait a little bit. Let's see if the chat can go ahead and respond. Guys, let me know if you can hear him. I want to make sure that he is coming in loud and clear. Okay, Alvin, he says we're good. What's up, Chef Panic? Okay, let's see here. I think we should be good. Yeah, I think... Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. We should be good. Audio is good. But again, guys, if later on during the stream, if you need me to go ahead and raise the volume, do not mind. Let's see here. Let's keep...
Hello, everybody.
Hello. Okay, so, guys, this is my homie Stitch. He is one of the mods. He has been one of the regulars for us at the, not just online, but also in store as well. He has been a regular for the custom showroom and lounge for some time as well. And he is here during every single stream that I can remember that we do. You are pretty much there all the time. So this guy is just like, again, he has been he's also one of the nicest freaking guys on the field too. Like, again, he is such a good player. Like, this is one of the examples of what I want every airsofter to be, right? Pretty much everyone is. All the Mayo Gang exemplifies what I want every airsofter to be. But Stitch is just such a good person. You and, of course, your wife as well. They are just such nice people, like just genuinely good people, right? And that's the kind of energy that I definitely want to see more of in the airsoft world. But he is going to be joining me today and answering a couple of questions. So, Stitch, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit? Maybe how you got started in airsoft and, I don't know, maybe how'd you find GI? How'd you figure this out? How'd you find us?
Yeah, so airsoft is something I've been doing for a while, and I actually found GI relatively recently. I would say I've been a regular since probably October, November of last year, coming into this year. But these streams are a lot of fun, and the community is a lot of fun. As far as my wife and I think Fidel will confirm that we got to represent Hawaii properly, and from the gotta show aloha and love for everybody, right?
Of course. All right, so
That
why don't we go
go
ahead?
ahead.
Oh, go for it. My bad, dude.
No. Go ahead. I'm
All I was
good.
gonna say is if you wanted, we can start answering questions. But if you got more to say, by all means, go for it.
No, let's go ahead and address some of the questions here. We got people lining up already.
Oh yes, I genuinely love it whenever we get a lot of people coming into the actual stream and actually asking some questions in here. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and start with the most recent ones, just in case. What's up, Stitch? Over here. Okay, I think I found one. This one's from Charles Seabridge. Hey Isaias, I just got the Scarab ABR from my mystery box, but I was just curious, what optic would you recommend for it? Charles Seabridge, I remember your name. He's been also a regular with us as well, as far as a regular viewer, big supporter as well. Much appreciated viewership, man. As the Scarab ABR, that's a solid win, my guy. That's a solid win. I love the Classic Army Scarab series. For the ABR, I mean, pretty much with most airsoft guns, really, at the end of the day, optics is going to come down to a matter of individual preference and what your actual playstyle is. Now, depending on the build, obviously, if you're looking for something just real basic, real simple, there's nothing ever going or nothing wrong with ever going with just like your basic like T1, T2 style basic red dot, right? That is like going to be the bread and butter, right? That's like pretty simple, good for close range to medium engagements. Something like, let's see here, T1 optic. Let's see if I can go ahead and pull one example out. Yeah, something like, maybe not this one specific if you're not into the whole blue. I like the blue. But something around this sort of like size profile, right? You can only get something like that. There's a couple different brands as well. Let's just go to optics, aiming, red and green dot sights. Yeah, there's a couple different options that you have. But something along the lines of just like one of these guys, right? Pretty simple. Ideally, I would go for one on a riser just because, again, if you are wearing like some bigger eye protection, it does make it easier to actually ADS. Stitch, what do you actually prefer when it comes to like optics and like accessories overall? Like, what's your general play style?
So actually for optics, I'm a fan of the LPVOs. There was a Lancer optic that I picked up recently, 2-6 by 42, I believe.
Yeah.
And really nicely priced. But one thing I've noticed about the Lancers, as far as optic replicas go, they are really clear. And a lot of them come in both red and green for illumination. And that has really been nice to look at. So I've picked up 3 different Lancers so far, and I haven't had a single complaint for any of them. I've also been a fan long-term of some of the Vism optics, but those tend to be a little pricier. But that having been said, actually, if you could pull up, I think the Lancer 2-6, I want to say it was 2-6 by 42 illuminated, and I think it was going for right around $40. Really choice.
Yeah, I know they offer a couple different optics as well in that sort of style. I'm not sure exactly which one. I think it was under fixed powered magnified optics, potentially. Nope, not under that one. But yeah, but you do typically prefer, like, you play more like longer range then at that point?
So I'll be honest, the optic is both for looks and for use in actual play.
Hey man, no shame in that. Looks are good. Man, half the battle of Airsoft is looking cool, right?
Yep. And for me, when I'm using an illuminated scope, I play indoors a lot at places like Tac City. Looking forward to checking out N1 with some friends coming up in another week or two.
Nice.
Indoor, those illuminated optics are pretty easy to pick up, actually. So they almost serve the same purpose as a red dot.
Gee, all right. I see your playstyle. Definitely a little bit more different for me because, like, anything with magnification, like the most I'll usually do for magnification is usually like maybe 4 times, and that's typically like about it. But again, I get the idea of like using an optic for looks. I won't lie, there are a few optics that I will collect on myself that might go against my general playstyle because, again, it looks cool, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like, I want my rifle to look good. Also, Bounty PNW with the $5 donation. Bro, you do not have to go ahead and donate right now, but it is super appreciated. It says, Isaias, I miss you. GI for life. That's right, man. Mayo Gang for life. But you do not have to go and donate. If anything, go ahead and Place your orders for Airsoft GI. Again, guys, Airsoft GI is the only airsoft retailer that rewards your $20 plus orders with a chance of winning some major, major bucks. Again, and right now, it's $2,500 that are on the line right now that you guys can go ahead and win. And all it takes is a $20 order. But not only that, again, like I mentioned, any $50 order place before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you get 5 chances of winning. 5 chances of winning. And then again, if you place an order for an airsoft gun, as long as it's $100 or more, doesn't matter what brand, doesn't matter what model, $100 or more, and it's an airsoft gun, that's 20 chances of winning. But you got to place your orders before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That is the deal, because once 9:30 hits, that is it. That is the end of the deal. Okay. Nick Hill Bon Jovi, 1987 fan, I remember this name. Will a Lance Tactical Enforcer Battlehawk 10-inch outer barrel fit on an LT19B Gen 2? Well, for pretty much any like outer barrel, as long as it's like, because again, the Lance Tactical Battlehawk outer barrel is an AR-15, is an M4 outer barrel, so it will fit onto most, especially if it's like the same brand. Like, yeah, most of the time they're gonna fit on there. There are some other brand outer barrels you can also check out as well. Madwell makes a couple different models as well. JG, there was a few of them for a while. I remember D-Boys, there for a long time we had a lot of their outer barrels. But yeah, there's outer barrels. All of them for the most part are going to be interchangeable. Some might require a little bit more work, but for the most part, they're all going to be like interchangeable, because again, they're all meant for the same platform. All right, I'm going to go read the most recent question. Stitch, when it comes to your barrels, as far as like your lengths of, this is a good one too, that's kind of opened it up. For when it comes to like setups for your rifles, do you, because again, I know you said that you like sort of like the LPVOAs, what lengths do you think is ideal for you as a player? Like what sort of like length do you typically like to rock? Do you like carbines, more like the SBRs, the SPRs? What do you rock typically, or go to?
So typically, I can say I typically have an SBR for the most part.
Okay.
But I also like carbines. So anything from like about a 10-inch barrel to about a 14-inch barrel is what I'll use.
Okay, 10-inch barrel. All right, gotcha. Is that like typically something that you usually use for, like, because I'm assuming your setups then are meant for both indoor and outdoors, or are you just using that solely for outdoor or for indoors?
For both indoor and outdoor. Although outdoors, I do like the carbines just because it just feels more right outside.
Yeah, it does. No, I get that. I typically do. I'm not the biggest SBR fan in the world. I like my Mark 18s. I love my Mark 18s. But just something about like a full length rifle, there's just something about it that just, you know what? This is the way God intended. This is the way God intended. Let's see here. Let's see. I'm trying to find another. Okay, here's I hate you. It's sort of my Mayo Gang. 3 mystery box. Okay, this is a good one. T Money 1394. Hey yo, Queso. I just ordered a Mayo Gang Lance Tactical Gen 3 mystery box. What else should I pick up to play outdoors? I mean, if you have a gun like already, like the Lancer Tactical Gen 3s are solid, right? You can use both indoor and outdoor because of that quick change spring system, and the fact that the Gen 3s come included with a low like FPS spring right out of the box, right? That's like very, very convenient. So that's pretty much going to be like your go-to that you can use for pretty much anything. If you have your primary, maybe go ahead and think about picking up a secondary, man. Like we have a ton of pistols that are on sale right now. Like I'm like more than half of our pistol inventory is just kind of, maybe pick yourself up a sidearm, you know? That way when you go into even an outdoor section or an outdoor field, I should say, there are like some more like CQB areas or CQB centered like portions of the map. Having a sidearm is going to be very helpful when clearing those little corners, clearing those sections out. Because again, with a full length rifle, I can see you coming. With a pistol, it's a lot harder and it's a lot more maneuverable for you as the player. So I would probably suggest picking up a pistol, especially right now, because again, especially if it's over $100 and it's an airsoft gun, doesn't specify what kind of airsoft gun it has to be. As long as $100 or more, you get 20 chances. Just saying. Place your order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And Bounty PNW says, I shall donate if I please. It's going to be a minute before I can jump back into the scene. Got to handle some life business first. Then I'm back to buying. Dude, don't worry about it. Take care of what you got to do for life. That comes first, right? And I much appreciate again for the viewership that you're still like choosing to spend your time hanging out with both Stitch and myself on these live streams. It means the world to me that you guys choose support and again spend your time with me, because that really means a lot to me. But don't worry, dude, don't worry about it. And again, thank you for the donation. You don't have to, but Much appreciated, dude. All right, let's see here. My other question was, I'm looking at. I was wondering when you guys are gonna get back in stock. Charles Seabridge asks, when is he gonna get this item back in stock? Let's take a look here. What item is this? 38319. Let's see. What item are we looking at? Ooh, the Honey Badger custom. So this custom right now, we haven't really been doing too many customs like this, like full-on customs. However, if a Honey Badger style build is what you're looking for, we can definitely go ahead and make one. Like, that's not impossible. We actually have what's called our field ready combo packages. Let's see here. We can go ahead and take a look here. Field ready combo. Waiting for that to load. We have our field ready combo. We just added a bunch of them onto the website as well. A few of them that I built myself personally. But there's so many different, like, we're trying to expand more of the different platforms that you can go ahead and get. So instead of just using, like, again, our solid our ARs, which again, they're solid. You know, there's a bunch of different varieties of those ARs as well. If you wanted like a Arcturus, if you wanted a Lancer Tactical version, if you wanted a KWA, we have different models as well and set them up. But, you know, we started expanding a little more. We started doing some shotguns, an AK-12 from Arcturus as well, and the Golden Eagles for 25Ks. But if you want to see a Honey Badger-esque build like that, we can try to make it work. If there's here's the thing, if there's a demand for Honey Badger builds out there, chat, let us know. You know, we can definitely make something happen. We can always make more packages for you guys. But we got to see them sell, too. That's got to be the thing. We got to see them sell. So if we make this live, we got to see it move. That's all we're going to say about that. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's see here. Okay, there's an interesting one. What beer pairings? Interesting. This is from Chef. What beer pairings would you put with a Lancer Gen 3 AG and an MGC4 Mark II? I'm debating a lager with the Gen 3 and something lighter with the Mark II. If it's bronze, a lager. If black. Huh. Now, here's the thing, Chef Panakage. I'm not actually a beer drinker myself. Usually when it comes to alcohol, I'm pretty basic when it comes to a lot of the stuff I like. I like a lot of mixed drinks. I like a lot of cocktails. You know, call me fruity if that's what you want. I don't give a fuck. That's what I like. But I do appreciate a good gin and tonic as well, and some soju. Whenever I'm having K-barbecue, I gotta do it. Stitch, what would you suggest as a beer pairing for a Gen 3 from Lancer Tactical? What would you suggest?
So actually, Brewer would be the expert on beer. About the only alcohols I know anything about would be, you know, the usual. Johnny Walker Red. One of my favorites at the end of a workday would be we call them an Irish coffee. So you take...
Isn't that whiskey with coffee?
Yep, you take a nice cup of coffee and add a little bit of Kahlua, or another popular one is Bailey's and cream. Yeah.
Jeez. That's one way to wake up in the morning, I suppose.
It makes the day go by well, I tell you what.
I can imagine. Just showing up to work like, what is that you drinking? It's not, man, it's just coffee. I just swear, it's just coffee. Let's see here.
California, you got to drink it before you get to the office.
Don't drink and drive, please. Please, for anyone watching the stream, please do not, for the love of God, do that. Do not drink and drive. Let's see here.
But you know, sometimes it's nice to be a passenger.
Okay, that's true. If you're getting an Uber to work, I'm not gonna say anything. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. That's an option. That's an option. All right, let's see. Returns to place, and he has a Golden Eagle pistol he got, but I don't know if it's the skin or if it was made like that. Do you know what that could be? Not too sure what you're referring to, Dylan Chandler. I'm actually a fan of the Golden Eagle high kappa pistols. I think that for the money, if you're looking for something solid, right? If you're looking for just a good solid high kappa base pistol to start putting some upgrades into it, save your money. Again, there's a lot of high kappas out there in the market that you can find that are, I won't say the brand names, but they are pretty pricey and the performance is not that much better really from a base gun. Now there are guns obviously when you get like the Terran Tactical Innovation stuff, I think those are well worth the price, right? I mean, they're fucking solid, they're dope looking, and they're cool, right? And they are still upgradable. But when it comes to some other brands, some of them might be like, oh, it's a little picky with this specific parts or with specific magazines, but they cost like almost around the same price as like a Combat Master, and it's like, why? The Golden Eagle high kappas, solid. He's asking, why is the gun gold? Because airsofters love gold. I don't know what it is, but if you notice, you go to any like indoor field, right, and like just you will find black and gold. Stitch, you can attest to this, right? How many black and gold builds do you see?
I see quite a few, and I'll be honest, the R15 in black and gold is dang sexy. Tell you what.
Oh, you good?
Yep. That was our little kitty Luna going crazy and getting upset that
No, don't worry about it. I totally get that. Anytime Jazz comes home from, and my girlfriend comes home from work, like she'll go around the back and you can just hear my dog just barking her head off, just so excited because she's freaking husky and she's so super vocal. Don't worry about it. I get that. But let's see here. But yeah, no, black and gold is one of those color combinations that doesn't matter what indoor field you play at, you will see a ton of those builds, whether it be for rifles, especially high kappas. That's like the biggest thing on high kappas. And they're to the point where manufacturers, the reason why they sell it is because they know it sells. It's going to move, right? And the Golden Eagle high kappa base is just like, again, you can change pretty much anything on that. If you want to change the grip out, change the grip out. You can change it out for any brand that you want. If you want to go ahead and get like a completely smoothed out grip so you can go ahead and do your own stippling job on there, you can totally do that. Again, the Golden Eagles just serve as a really, really solid base for you to go ahead and do whatever it is that you want to it afterwards, right? It's really, really good beginner-friendly package. Because again, let's see, we can go and take a look. Golden Eagle high, I think I spelled that right, high cap. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you can do... Oh, I misspelled golden. Damn it! I forgot the O, so it's just golden. But I'll fix that right now. Let's see. Let's go here. Oh, wait. Did it load up? No, not yet. Okay, let's see. Golden Eagle. Why can't I spell today? Man, this freaking sickness is throwing me for a loop here. All right, let's see here. Let's go here. There's a lot of parts too for them as well. So if you ever want to change out the slides, for example, by the way, we have slides for these. And these are some good looking slides too. They're really dirt cheap. I'm going to say jump on it before they go, guys. It's going to be one of those things that the minute they sell out, people are going to be like, oh, they had that? Dang, I didn't know. I'm just saying, it's worth checking out, man. All right, here you go. You can get like a solid Golden Eagle high cap for like $113 discounted right now. $113. TM compatible. Magazine compatibility is across the board with these guys, right? Like, I have one, and they work, right? Again, parts-wise, you can upgrade the shit out of these. Do it. Like, if you're looking for a beginner-friendly pistol, do it. All right, let's see here. Question. Let's see here. Ryan Chandler asks, what is the best gun you sell, performance, review, etc.? Probably... It's going to have to be the R15P++. Or Performance X2. You have the Zion Arms, Stitch. Why don't you go ahead and let the people know how you've been so far enjoying yours?
So the R15, I liked it so much, I actually had it partially Cerakoted, and I might actually do the body as well later. It is a very consistent shooter. I haven't had any problems with large variations in FPS. And, the fact that it's already got just about everything out of the box. The P++ package changed the inner barrel, bucking, and motor. On mine, I got it as part of a mystery box, actually. So mine was a standard gray that I then upgraded the motor on. I have not done the barrel and bucking yet on mine, and it does just fine, indoor and outdoor. I will say that out on the outdoor field, it ranges perfectly fine if I've got a good high power spring in. Indoor, it is nice and light and maneuverable. Works great.
Yeah. The R15's like just the base like R15 as a whole, right? Is like one of those guns that's like you said it best, right? Like it comes with everything that you need as a player, right? That is the definition of what a high-end AEG should be. And I do feel like, because again, there are a lot of brands still that will not update their internals, right, and offer just as much for the same price. If anything, there are a lot of brands that offer less at a much higher price point, which really does piss me off, right, as a consumer. The R15 gives you, again, 603 Type 4 inner barrel, rotary style hop-up chamber, quick change spring system, right? and a Nebula MOSFET that is programmable, right? So if your field allows for burst fire modes, as long as it's programmable, there you go. You got that covered. Now, the P Plus or the P Plus X2, Performance Plus X2, that just takes it up to the next level because we went ahead and swapped out the motor. So you're going to be getting that nice, super snappy trigger response, a little bit of a boost in the rate of fire, in addition to a Unicorn Airsoft tight bore inner barrel. And again, because the barrels that Unicorn sells are going to come included with the bucking and the nub itself, this thing is near R-Hop levels of performance when you get the P+. Because again, Unicorn Airsoft has done a fantastic job with their barrels, buckings, and nubs. Again, highly recommend you check those out. But if you wanted it all in one inclusive package, pre-installed for you from the moment you open it in the box, it's good to play, R15 Performance X2, or Performance Plus X2, I should say. Let's see here, let's see. One going to this.
Hey, Isaias, just for we've got somebody asking for this, so I'm going to give him a shout out real quick. OZ Army on top!
Oh my god. What is it? Like, he came in on, like, the stream that I did, I think, what was that, Thursday, Wednesday, one of the days, and, like, he was asking me, oh yeah, like, say it, and I was like, I feel like this is a trap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when people ask you to, like, oh, spell this word, and it's, like, some weird, like, freaking trap, right? That's, like, get you to say something scandalous or, like, stupid, like, oh, is there a Seymour Butts here? You remember that joke?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, I don't want to do that. And he's like, oh, I just need it for a video. So I was like, all right, cool. I need to know what video this is going on to. I want to know exactly what I'm contributing to. All right, guys, just so you guys know, for anyone that's new, just joining the stream right now, again, we have some promos going on for my live stream. Again, you know the standard deal. Any $20 order will get you a chance at winning the Shopping Spree giveaway going on Thursday for $2,500. Pretty standard stuff, right? Pretty easy. However, we want to take it up a notch, right? So any $50 plus order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is going to be giving you 5 chances of winning the Shopping Spree giveaway. So you guys have to go ahead and make sure that you take advantage of this before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Because again, once that 9:30 p.m. time hits, that's it. Stream is over. Deal ends. However, we threw another one on top of that. Any order for any, and I mean any airsoft gun, as long as it's $100 or more, and that order is placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you'll be getting 20 chances, 20 entries into the Shopping Spree giveaway. And that's for $2,500. So place your orders now. Guys, you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. Stitch is taking advantage of it. Brewer's taking advantage of it. So we've had so many previous winners take advantage of it, right? And Stitch comes close every single fucking time, too. He comes like second place, and that's because he takes advantage of every single promo we have going on. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's, like, within the next few weeks, he's going to end up being the winner. Just because, again, the odds just, it's going to be him. It's going to be him. You're going to win at one point, dude. I'm letting you know now. It's going to happen.
One of these days.
It's going to happen. But again, for like, and everyone that's right now, anyone viewing right now, first of all, if you're viewing this, thank you for watching. It really does mean the world to me. However, if you're watching this thinking, I'm not going to place an order, there's no way that I can go ahead and win. Hey, man, that's how we got up to $2,500. It started off at $600. We've had previous winners win off of just like one order, and it was like for BBs or something, right? So everyone absolutely has a chance to win. All it takes is just an order. That's literally all it takes is one order to win, right? We've had so many winners win off of just one order they placed, and it was for a small amount. However, we've also had first-time winners increase their odds and win because of the stream that we did. Real Wild took advantage of one of the promos I had going on for one of my previous live streams when he bought an airsoft gun, and that got him, like, what was that, 20, 30 chances or something?
I believe it was 20, and it was the Pit Viper.
Yeah, he ordered a Pit Viper, which at the time we were doing a promo, you get 20 entries when you order a Pit Viper before the stream. He ordered one, and sure enough, he was the winner. He won, and he's gone on record. You can find it. We've done plenty of social media with him too. His video's out there. Any order can get you a winner, but it only takes one order to go ahead and be entered. It's all you got to do. It's really all you got to do, and you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, so place your orders now. All right, let's get back into some questions. All right, let's go here. Say. Oh, OZ Army wants you to say it one more time. I think he missed it. OZ Army, if you're listening, we're doing it right now. Okay, you're good, Stitch.
OZ Army on top, yo!
Okay, you got that? I'm only going to do that once. There you go. All right, Real Wild, what's up, Queso fam? What's up, Real Wild? All right, let's see here. Can you get Stitch to say, okay, he's gotten that one. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any more questions. Had to catch up a bit in the video. Okay, T Money 394 Q. I had to catch up a bit on the video, but I see you recommended perhaps a sidearm. Do y'all have any specific models you like to recommend for a newbie? I mentioned it earlier. That's a good question. That's a good question, T Money 1394. All right, so for a beginner player, right? You guys know what I'm gonna say. I've mentioned it before. If you are on a budget, you can always go with a Golden Eagle high cap, right? It's just the easiest, literally one of the easiest platforms to go ahead and start working on, right? You can find so many parts for it. We sell a lot of upgrade and just regular OEM parts for it as well. They are incredibly affordable. We're talking 113, right? If you want to go with like just a regular high kappa. However, if you want to go even cheaper, you could go for like $80. You can get yourself like a 1911, right? You can get yourself a solid 1911, and I've used these before. These are good. These are great platforms to go ahead and start getting into the teching world. If you just want something simple, right, that you can easily find parts for, upgrade, and you can find mags for them very easily, go with one of these guys, right? Super affordable, like $80. Like that's pretty damn cheap for like a solid gas blowback pistol. There are other brands as well. If you want to take a look at some other stuff that we have, like, just want to see what we have going on sale right now, go ahead and hit, let's see here, go sale. Right here, you can hit the sale button on our website. Scroll down, there are a ton of shocker deals going on right now, actually. Like a ton, like a fucking lot of them. And a lot of these shocker deals actually not only apply to rifles, but also apply to pistols as well. Look at that. If you're feeling fancy, if you want to go ahead and get that all gold build right from Call of Duty, you can go ahead and get like the gold plated stuff from like WeTech, and those are discounted as well. But again, all jokes aside, you can pretty much get like a huge vast majority of our pistols are going to be discounted right now, and you are spoiled for choice really at the end of the day. Brands like WeTech, Army Armament's another one of my favorite pistols to recommend. Let's see here, Army Armament 1911. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, R32. Yeah, the R32, this has got to be one of my favorite gas blowback pistols to use. Super comfortable, right? It's a solid 1911, lower accessory rail. I love this sort of peanut butter and tan look with the black. I don't know, it just feels cool. Extended magazine, fiber sights on here. It just looks freaking badass, right? It just looks fucking cool. And again, TM spec, so parts readily available. Upgrade components readily available. Magazines readily available. Like, everything you need in this pistol for $101, that is absolutely a steal, and I highly recommend it. Now, Stitch, what would you say? What would you like to recommend? Because you've had experience too. What pistols do you like to go ahead and recommend? Let's say for a beginner as well, or pistols that you're really fond of.
So, not necessarily for a beginner, unless the beginner has a pretty decent budget. But I'll be honest, I bought a Pit Viper and loved it so much, I got another one.
There you go. I mean, that's. If man likes it enough to go ahead and buy two of them, that just goes to show how much he likes it. So, in your opinion, what makes the Pit Viper so good? I know why, but like for the viewers that may not know.
So, first and foremost, it's almost an evolution of the Combat Master series. They upgraded some of the internal parts, like the hammer, for example, to be steel. You can do the magnet test, and you'll see that it sticks. More importantly, though, they actually changed the striker so it'll work, and I've already tested it, with WeTech mags, with TM mags, and with JAG mags. So all three of the major mags for high kappas will work inside of a Pit Viper. Somebody pointed out that the WeTech Gen 1 mags were slightly different on the striker plate. And what it is the striker, the firing pin itself is a little bit longer. You can see it if you look to the base of the gun when you pull the trigger. And that extra length allows it to fully engage that striker plate, and it works well with all of those mags. I've tested mine.
There you go. And again, right now, the Pit Viper right now is currently on a pre-order. However, they're so good. We were one of the first guys that had this, right? And they sold out so fast. We ordered a lot too. We knew that this pistol was going to be big. We ordered a fuck ton of these, and they all sold, right? We knew we had to go and secure another shipment, so we have one coming in. It's coming in soon. It's on a pre-order status. But don't worry, if you want to go ahead and pre-order this, which I highly recommend you do, if you have the budget and you want to get something really, really nice, then I would say, yeah, go for it. Absolutely get the Pit Viper or any one of the Terran Tactical Innovations Jag Arms pistols, because those are all really, really solid. I just happen to really like the Pit Viper. It's on a pre-order right now, but pre-orders also still count towards the promos going on right now. So if you order this before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right now, like before 9:30, and do it now, you'll be getting the 20 entries into the shopping spree giveaway. So imagine getting this. It's on a pre-order, but you also end up winning the shopping spree giveaway. You win $2,500. Like, bruh, hell fucking yeah. Hell fucking yeah. All right, here's another one from Leo Lay asks, what are the best upgrades? It typically depends on what it is that you're upgrading, Leo Lay, but generally speaking, when it comes to upgrades, when it comes to most airsoft guns, right, I would say your barrel, like your inner barrel and your bucking. Inner barrel and bucking is, like, for me, the most important thing to go ahead and upgrade. Like, that's one of the first things you should do, right? If you're talking about the gun itself. In general, I would say if you're talking about AEGs, I would say, like, if you have like just a beginner gun that came included, with like a 9.6 nickel hydrate battery and one of those basic wall chargers, one of the first things you should do is ditch the battery and charger and get a good battery and get a good charger. Get yourself a decent LiPo and get yourself a smart charger as well. Smart balance charger, you're solid. That's like the first thing I usually say. But if you're just talking about gun performance, like overall across the board, for me, it's usually bucking and inner barrel. Stitch, what do you usually recommend, or what do you like to upgrade first?
So I think a lot of techs will agree that the inner barrel and bucking is usually the number one thing to change. Mm-hmm. And I'll be honest, after that, it really just depends on the gun. I mean, some people will make a list of all the things they'd like to change off the bat, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, of course not.
But, for other people, you play with it and you see, maybe the motor's not performing well enough. Maybe I'll upgrade that. Or, maybe I notice a problem where it's fluctuating too much and the compression set needs some work. Mm-hmm. There's some stuff that really you're not going to really know until you've played with it.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a rule for pretty much any airsoft gun. Like, once you upgrade like the bare bones, like just the basics, right? At that point, it's just gonna be a matter of individual preference, right? Like, once you upgrade the inner barrel and bucking, like, you're pretty much set, because again, you are going to be increasing the air compression. You are getting better range, better accuracy, better consistency too if you have like a good bucking. Maybe even the nub itself, right? Like, again, go with the unicorn. That whole package just makes it so super convenient, right? But once you do that, it's really going to come down to what it is that you want from the gun. Do you want to be able to shoot like ridiculous rate of fire? Are you hoping to do something more like long range and you need a little more torque because you want to shoot at a higher FPS, right? Like, it really just depends on what it is that you want, and that at that point it's going to determine what parts you actually need, like what type of gear set you're going to be looking for. Do you need a very specific type of motor, right? Like, what are your field regulations? All those are going to play major factors into it. But again, to make things simple for no matter what gun, gas blowback pistols, rifles, bucking and inner barrel. Even bolt action rifles, I would say, like a lot of them, like the double bell VSR 10s, just upgrade the bucking and inner barrel and you are set. You don't have to do anything at that point. All right, this one's a good one from Whiskey 0365. What's going on, Whiskey? Question: what is the first accessory a beginner should get with his platform? If we're talking solely accessories, I mean, I'm inclined to say an optic, right? Like, after I usually say, like, play with the gun once, maybe twice, and then get an optic for yourself, right? Maybe like a red dot. But I guess it depends on the gun. What would you suggest?
So, yeah, definitely depends on the gun, because where you're playing with it will determine a lot about, what optic you're going to use. For example, if you're setting up a DMR, you're probably not going to use a basic red dot on a DMR.
Yeah. You could, but, like... I do. I have before, and it's fun, but it really depends on what it is that you're looking for. We'll go like, okay, let's assume that you're going for a pistol, right? You're using it either as, we'll say using it indoors, right? You're primarily using a pistol indoors. What would you say is the first accessory?
For a pistol? Mm-hmm. That's a really good question. A lot of pistols indoors, I tend to go straight for a flashlight, actually.
Okay. Not a tracer unit?
Tracer unit, honestly, probably second to the flashlight, only because I find that a flashlight is very effective at distracting people. A lot of people
Hell
say
yeah.
it gives away your, which it does to a degree. But when you've been indoors and at a relatively close range to other people, having a strobe in your face is a strobe in your face.
Yeah, dude, it's terrible. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with people using it as a tactic. It's a legit tactic. Like, it is. I will. Anyone that says like, "Oh, that's bullshit," stop crying. It is a legit tactic. Like, law enforcement, military, everyone uses it, right? It's a legit tactic to go ahead and use a very bright flashlight and just whack, just blind and disorientate your opponents, right? It's a good tactic. Personally, I think I actually lean more towards tracer unit, just because I feel like I get a little bit more use out of it, because I like to be able to see. I can see where my BBs are going, but in the dark, right? Especially in like a low lit section at like N1, right? Or indoor local indoor fields, or any indoor fields that are like low lit, or even if you play outdoors, use it as a sidearm, right? At night, it helps so much to be able to properly see exactly where your BBs are going, right? So if you have any problems or any malfunctions with the BBs or feeding issues, you can see exactly like, okay, that's not supposed to happen. I think personally, I go with a trace unit, but that's just me. Now for let's assume just a standard M4, right? Like a standard like carbine, maybe even an SBR. What would you suggest for like the first accessory?
For those, definitely I go for an optic first.
Okay. Yeah, no, I would definitely probably keep the same thing too. I would probably say go with an optic, basic red dot. Now if you are going with like an SPR or like a DMR platform, I would probably say maybe stick with an optic too. But I'd probably say get something like a short dot, right? Something with a little bit more magnification than just something that doesn't like a red dot. Because again, being able to see further down range is the whole point, right, of a long range build. All right, let's go on to the next question. T3K1 G&G in I don't believe that one's in stock currently. Let's see here. Oh, here's a good one. Okay, no, you answered that one already. Best gun. All right, cool. Let me go ahead and answer the most recent ones. Make sure I'm not. Oh yeah, guys, make sure if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Slap that like button on this live stream. It really helps us out. Beat the YouTube algorithm demons that really don't like us. So it really helps out. Make sure to go ahead and share the video too with anyone that you know regarding that's in the airsoft community, right? Whether they're a returning player or if they're absolutely new, if they have any interest at all in this amazing hobby, make sure to go ahead and show them this video, and I can go ahead and try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. I got Stitch with me, so we can go ahead and get multiple perspectives on this. But yeah, leave your questions down below. And guys, again, you got to take advantage of the promos we have going on right now. Again, any $20 plus order, and you're automatically entered, right? Any $20 order, and you're automatically entered with a chance to win $2,500. Pretty standard stuff, right? But for tonight only, exclusive for the stream, any $50 plus order placed before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and you get 5 chances of winning. 5 chances of winning, but it's got to be placed before 9:30 today, like right now. And on top of that, if you order specifically any airsoft gun, and it can be any brand, doesn't matter, any brand, as long as $100 or more, you're going to be getting 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway going on this Thursday for $2,500. And anyone thinking that they don't have a chance, I said it once, I'll say it again. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Anyone, and I mean anyone, can take home that prize. But it all depends on you placing that order. You don't place that order, you forfeit your chance. And even when you do place your order, make sure that you're actually watching the live stream when it comes down on Thursday. Because if you're not there, you're automatically going to forfeit your chance. We'll try to give as many chances as we possibly can to the community, so make sure that you take advantage. See here, I want to go ahead and, you know what, go ahead and give a shout out to a few of the people that have actually gone ahead and placed their orders. We got Efrain, gone ahead and got his entries. You got my man Stitch. Of course, you gotta have to get your entries in there. Brewer as well. John got his entries in. Mickey, Carlos, Melvin, you guys are gonna be getting your entries in. Mark Popejoy as well. Ronald, you are also gonna be getting your entries into the shopping spree giveaway. Don't worry, have not forgotten you guys. Guys, place your orders. These guys, especially Stitch right now, I'm just saying, they have the highest odds of winning right now. So, again, they're returning customers. Most of these guys are returning because they absolutely know that the winnings are real, and they're the only ones taking advantage of it. So you guys got to take advantage while you can. All right, let's get back to some questions, shall we? Let's see here. Okay, this is from Brandon Vincent. I'm thinking about getting a KWA Eve 9. Is this a good choice for my first gun? Okay, now personally, the KWA Eve 9, I'm going to pull that up for you guys so you can see right now. Eve 9. The KWA Eve 9 is part of the KWA original lineup. And I have to say, I love the KWA original lineup. Do you have any experience with the KWA original stuff, Stitch, or not yet?
So I've played with a few on the field that some friends have bought, and the originals are really, really fun. For most of them are set up in a PCC or PDW format, so using those indoors is a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, they're most of them are going to be set up like pretty short, like it's sort of like an SBR. Again, the Eve 9 being like, even though it is one of the longer of the KWA originals, it is still a fairly short gun. Playing indoors with these things are freaking laser beams. But even at an outdoor, when we actually did our YouTube review on the KWA originals, they were reaching out like and hitting targets real fast. So give me 1 second. Yeah, they were hitting targets out pretty far out in our target that we had set up. Like, these things are really freaking good. I would say, like, let's see, under $300, if you have the budget for something over $200, and you're looking for good bang for your buck, right? These things are solid. You can plug a LiPo into them. Again, they're not going to be using a MOSFET, but they are going to be using switch life extenders on these bad boys. These are going to be using the VPS system, if I'm not mistaken. So they are going to be using that variable FPS that you can adjust. Honestly, solid. Like, I would 100% recommend these. Any of the KWA original series. The Eve as well, because again, you can take the M4 magazines, but any of the KWA originals, like the Iris, the Lucy, the Ava, you can go with any one of those guys, and it's going to be solid. And it is still using a version 2 gearbox, so that is still upgradable. Although you probably won't end up having to do anything with it. Maybe, again, just maybe, unicorn barrel and bucking, because again, that's going to be like my go-to choice now for pretty much any airsoft gun that I get out of the box. But other than that, you are solid. You don't have to do anything to these guys. So yeah, if you have the money for it, absolutely, by all means, go for it. Whiskey 0365, what are your favorite M4s out right now? Ooh, this is a good one. What are my favorite M4s out right now? M4s. Like, okay. This is a tough one because I typically like my M4s configured in a very specific way. So if we're talking just like straight out of the box, I think the only one that right now, I have a few. It's probably going to come down to like the R15, right? I've shown that one plenty of times. And believe it or not, the KWA Ronin T10. One of the things I love about KWA as a whole is that, again, they're one of those brands that don't really need anything out of the box. They are solid as is. Boaz and I both really appreciate that from KWA. This one, specifically the T10, does have the electric recoil feature. So every time you pull that trigger, there is that simulated like kinetic feedback that you get that's really nice. You know what I mean? It just sort of adds to the immersion, right? The immersion, if you will. The other one would probably have to be the MGC4. Let's see here. I've used the original MGC4, and I misspelled it. It's literally in the title. How do I misspell it? Whatever. I'm going to let that one go. The MGC4. Specifically, even though it's technically speaking not out yet, I've played with the original, and I'm looking forward to the new Mark IIs that are going to be coming out. That is what I'm really looking forward to. I specifically want this black and bronze one. That one I'm going to be like, chef's kiss. That's probably going to be the one that I'm like looking forward to. And again, guys, any of these airsoft guns that I just recommended, place your order before 9:30 p.m. Pacific. And for any of these, it's 20 chances right there. 20 chances. Okay, so Stitch, what would you say are your favorite M4 platforms out right now, as far as like the guns that are available that are of the AR-15 or the M4 configuration? What are your favorite that are currently available?
So I'm sitting at the edge of my seat waiting for the MGC4s to arrive.
I know. I know. Like,
I have one. I've used it. I like it. I handled an MGC4 Mark I at the shop a few times, and I already have the accessories. I've pre-ordered one, and I'm just waiting for it to get in the door. Mm-hmm. I saw the video earlier today, and some of the other things I've seen on it looks beautiful as well. Just as soon as it gets in my hands, I'll be on a field, and within a week, I'll be able to tell you how much I love it.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I use the original, right? The original MGC4 is, I mean, if we really think about it, it is actually a pretty historical gun at the end of the day, right? It's like one of two airsoft guns out there on the market that right now that bear like someone's name attached to it really at the end of the day, right? So it's like, even though like GI is definitely Bossman's thing, like what is it, like the MGC4 is like literally has Cisco's freaking face on it, right? Let's see, one second, just typing this out. Yeah, it literally has Cisco's face on it, right? Like that is a piece of GI history right there. That's a legacy gun, right? That at the end of the day, that's going to be Cisco's legacy, that he is not only the channel itself, but has left his mark on the not even just Airsoft GI, but on the Airsoft world as a whole, right? That is his face on his gun, right? So of course, like I wanted to get some experience with it, so I shot it a few times, and I was very impressed. I was very happy, right, with the MGC4. But I did think it was a little short. So I'm glad that the Mark II is coming out, because again, that black and bronze is just bone apple teeth. That just looks absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait till we can get him in, so I can start shooting him in some videos. And I might end up having to pick myself up one. I missed the ball. I dropped the ball, and I wasn't able to get the original, like the Mark I, like the OG. I wasn't able to pick that up. So everyone that has that, you have a piece of Airsoft history with you. But I'm gonna be jumping on the Mark II, because again, that is a very, very good looking gun. And if I was happy with the performance of the Mark I know the Mark II is gonna make me so much more happier. Let's see here.
So one thing I will jump in about the end is back in December, I was really digging into all of the people that were talking about the ones that they got.
Yeah.
And a lot of the details on what went into them. And that's really what sold me on wanting one so badly, is that it's got a few things that you can do to it, but for what you're paying and what you're getting, it's a really solid setup. And the people that one will attest to that. And the one I handled in the shop, the only fear I had was maybe the externals wouldn't live up to my personal expectation of them. And when I saw the one at the shop, I was like, dude, for what I'm paying, this is awesome.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Bang for your buck. Okay, here, I have a video of it. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about when we say the MGC4, here, let's see. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
That Mayo Gang logo, nice and tasty. Bring it back to the carbine length, because that's where I started off. Let's give it a test fire. Oh, yeah. That trigger response, and then the rate of fire. Oh, it's ripping. Oh, guys, if you haven't already, pre-order yours, because they are coming in hot.
There you go. It's absolutely freaking beautiful, right? Like I definitely would recommend. Again, jump on this, especially now, because you'll get 20 entries into Thursday's shopping spree giveaway. All right, let's keep going on with the questions. Big 3R3D Joe 3, or I think this is meant to be Joe. Is the bonus raffle still available for the YouTube mystery box? I believe both mystery boxes still are available, so the bonus raffle should still be open for those. So again, guys, I'm going to show one up for you. Let's see. Bigger wins YouTube unboxing mystery box. There we go. Yeah. All right, so whether it be the premium or the bigger wins, the bonus raffles are still available, right? So you can definitely be entered in one of the bonus raffles still with these guys. Again, with the bigger wins boxes, both the premium and the regular, we grant requests on those. I don't know if you guys understand. When you place an order for this, in the comment section, if you put down what it is that you want, right? Like, hey, I'm a beginner, I'm not sure what to go ahead and get. I know I want an airsoft gun, but can you load me up with some gear and everything I need for the gun? We got you, right? If you let me know, hey, I'm sick and tired of M4s, I want something different, can you load me up with a solid gun? We got you, right? Like, again, the budget obviously is going to end up determining what it is that you get, and sometimes we might not be able to get, again, it can't be something impossible, right? Don't ask for a gas blowback, KWA Chris Vector, because obviously that's not gonna happen. But if you let us know, hey, I want a PDW, right, or maybe a portable SMG with plenty of magazines and some accessories or something, yeah, we can definitely see what we can do, man. We have granted entire people's wish lists with these things, right? Especially the premium Bigger Wins You Do Unboxing Mystery Box. So again, just saying, it's in your best interest that you go ahead and order one of these, because again, automatic free shipping, right? Automatic free shipping. You're guaranteed a higher retail value than what you actually pay for, right? So $289.99, $310 or higher, $310 or higher. And again, place an order for one of these. It's gonna be following these promos, my guy. Again, I'm just saying, you are gonna be getting those extra entries into the shopping spree giveaway. I'm just saying, just letting y'all know. All right, let's see here. Ask more questions. Answer more. Okay, here's a good one. Cutter asks, Isaias, would you ever use a sidearm as a primary in the milsims you do? I've had to, not by choice, but out of necessity. Oh, before I continue, I want to go give another shout out to Joshua. He is going to be getting himself the 20 entries into the $2,500 shopping spree giveaway. Joshua's in the lead right now. Joshua's in the lead. Mark Popejoy with another 5. Carlos with another 20. It looks like Carlos took advantage as well, and he got himself those 20 extra entries. Guys, these guys are in the lead right now. They have the best odds of winning Thursday's shopping spree giveaway. You have to make sure that you take advantage of the promos we've got on right now. Again, any airsoft gun, and I mean any brand, does not matter what brand, doesn't matter what style, doesn't matter what color, any of them, as long as they're $100 or more. That's 20 entries, but you got to place your orders before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right now. You have like literally 1 hour left of the stream before we cut it, and that's the end of the deal. You have to take advantage right now. It only takes one order. All right, let's go ahead and keep answering. Let's see here. Yeah, they were smart. Looks like they ordered. Yeah, it looks like they just ordered themselves like one of the $100 like gas blowbacks. Again, there's so many gas blowback pistols that we have going on right now that are on sale. Let's take a look. Right, I'm going to go here, go sale. Right, there's so much shit right now that's discounted. So much shit that's discounted. It's so cool. It is so awesome. Again, I cannot see another place having deals this freaking good. So you guys have to take advantage of it. Now is the time, especially for gas blowback pistols. Get yourself a solid sidearm, something cool. Right, again, you're set, man. That's all you got to do. You get yourself those 20 entries. But as far as like running a sidearm as a primary, I've had to, not because out of like choice. It was literally like, all right, I got nothing else, or before I remember I actually brought my Jag scatter gun with me, right? I had a Jag scatter gun that I brought with me as my sidearm to my 249 that I had as my primary, right? It was during a Milsim event. It was an insurgency. I let one of the teammates who was on watch that day use the 249 for like his shift for running watch. So I was just literally going into the town, right, where all the civilians were at, just walking around, kind of seeing what's going on, doing little patrols, right, just seeing what's going on with just an 870, right, just my 870, just my little shotty, just going around. And I actually had to blast a few people in self-defense. Yeah, fucking crazy. But no, I don't think I would ever want to necessarily use it solely. I would want to keep my sidearm as my sidearm, because then when my sidearm goes down or I run out of ammo, I'm fucked, right? I got nothing else to defend myself with. So I have done it, not that I wanted to, if that makes any sort of sense. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. Okay, hey, I'm not sure if you saw this question. What radio? No, Charles Seabridge, I did not see that question. I'm not sure if you saw the last question. I asked, the question was, what radio and headset setup that you or Stitch would recommend for Airsoft? Stitch, do you run comms when you play? I don't think I've ever asked you this question.
Actually, I have not. I've been looking into it, but I haven't run comms myself. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when it comes to comms, Charles Seabridge, it's really going to come down to what's going to work best for your setup and how much extra gear do you realistically want to have on you, right? When it comes to radio, Cisco, myself, and every member of my team will rock a Baofeng UV5R radio, right? It's solid, it's fairly affordable, and there's a lot of accessories that exist for it. So if you wanted extended like whip antennas, you can definitely get those. If you wanted relocation cables, you can get those. If you wanted to get like PTTs for those or like shoulder mics, readily available. A lot of places have them. They use a 2-pin Kenwood connection, so very easy to find that on pretty much any electronic store. That's usually what we end up running. What you have attached to it is going to really come down to what it is that you want to have on your kit. Because bear in mind, the more stuff you have for it, the more stuff you're going to have to find a place for it on your plate carrier, on your chest rig. So it can get annoying. Typically, I'll usually just rock a Baofeng UV5R. I have an extended whip, like an extended antenna, and a extended battery for it, just so it lasts a little bit longer on the field. Because again, I'm playing for like 3 days straight. I need it to, work. I don't want the batteries to die out on me. I usually just run that to keep it simple. I will sometimes run a like shoulder mic, like PTT, just so it like comes out of my shoulder, right? So I don't have to worry about like reaching down for my radio every single time. But that's pretty much about it. And as far as headsets, that's really going to come down to individual preference as well. We sell, I believe, a couple different headsets on our website, and I've tried them, and some of them are pretty good. I got my comms before we started carrying. I believe it was the Earmore M32. Let's see here, Earmore. Pretty sure I'm spelling that right correctly. Let's see here. For that to sure. Yeah, we sell like the ear more low profile, like passive earmuffs. If you want to get electronic ones, you can get those as well. And we sell PTTs on our website. So it's really going to come down to what radio you have, and just make sure that whatever radio you get, know what connection it uses, so that way you can get a PTT and then a headset after. But it really just depends on how you like. But bear in mind, the more stuff you buy, the more wire management you're going to have to do. So have Ranger bands, zip ties readily available on you. Okay, let's see here. Bambi.killer69. Do you like the LCT PKP, and is it a good gun? So the PKP, let's see here, is a really, really heavy gun, but I like it, and I am like always tempted every time I see like anytime I see like a PKM or a PKP, I'm always like hardcore tempted to pick one up, because that would work really well when I'm on militia or Rust 4, and I want to run something like this, right? Again, having something like this gun would be really, really cool when I'm running an LMG or like a support role, but not on NATO. Would you ever run? Have you ever ran Airsoft LMGs before?
So to answer that, no, I haven't, and that's on purpose. Too damn heavy for me.
Okay. No, I get it. That's definitely not the play style there. Like, okay, let's assume that maybe I don't know, like you feel like a little bit more strong, or maybe like go back like a couple of years. Have you ever considered running an LMG?
I considered it a time or two. I wanted to play around with M249 before.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, but honestly, just even trying to maneuver one of those, it's a beast.
Yeah.
Now, that said, I know that you love your LMGs, and for some people, it's a great playstyle. Not knocking the playstyle. Just for me, my personal preference is to be a lot lighter. I mean, there's been some days where I've run a pistol as a primary by choice.
Yeah.
Simply because it was nice, light, and easy.
No, I get that. Like that is a very viable, and again, that's a pretty popular like play style. Again, especially if you're playing at the indoor scene, right, or a more CQB oriented field, right? Like just running something like a sidearm, like a pistol, right, is a viable option, because you are way lighter than the average rifleman. Right, you're a lot smaller, more compact, and it's a lot easier to maneuver, especially in like a section where you have to like clear rooms or any sort of CQB oriented space. It's a viable option. 100% it is. Running an LMG is not optimal. I'm gonna be honest. Like I love my LMGs, and you guys know, chat, I love my LMGs, thick boys through and through. However, it is not as an optimal position to be in when everyone else has a gun that weighs like a quarter of what it is that you're rocking, especially if you run like a 249, or if you want to rock like a PKP, right? However, with that said, if you can train, especially if you play in outdoors, right, and your field allows for full auto platforms like this, if you can get yourself like trained up with using an LMG, right, being able to maneuver and be a little bit, being able to carry it for longer periods of time and keep up with your standard rifleman, you are a threat. Like, you are legit a menace to society. You are a menace to everyone on the airsoft field, because you are maneuverable, you are fast, right, and you are agile, and you have the ability to shoot in full auto. Not that you're going to full auto anyone necessarily, like, intentionally, but you are going to be able to lay down a lot of suppressive fire and hold down a spot, so that way your team can advance on that position, therefore allowing you guys to be able to flank that position, if you guys can, right? Be able to have more control over the field. You are a big asset to your team if you can do that. So I would say, if you think, or what I think about it, I think it is fucking cool, and I think you should get it. Especially now, because again, just saying, you get it before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you get yourself those 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. There you go. There's your chance right there. All right, next question. Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, let's see here. Any chance the gift cards can be approved before 9:30 tonight? That's from 123_Nico. Gift cards and vouchers are usually cleared the next business day. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. They're most likely gonna be cleared before, after, like tonight. I don't think they'll be cleared by tonight. That'd be a boss man question, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna end up clearing the next business day tomorrow. Let's see here. Let's take a look. Let's keep scrolling through. Want to go ahead and give another shout out as well. Looks like Jared with the 20 chances of winning. John got himself the 5 extra entries. Ronald with the 20 entries. Brendan with the 20 entries. Chris Ortiz with the 20 entries. And James with the 5 entries. Oh, Nico, 123 Nico. Just for you, Boss Man heard your request. I'm letting you know right now. He will clear it. He will clear the vouchers before 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, clearing the vouchers now for you guys. So, you know what that means. Vouchers clear. Place your orders. You got to go out and get those extra entries, right? It's going to clear right now. It's going to clear in a bit. You'll let me know when it's cleared. When it does, place your orders for whatever it is on the website and get yourself these entries and take advantage of these promos. Remember, any $20 plus order, you're already in, right? That's an automatic entry. If it's a $50 plus order, right, it can be literally for anything. Before 9:30, if you place that, you'll be getting 5 chances of winning. But if it's for an airsoft gun specifically for an airsoft gun, right? And you place before 9:30, that's 20 chances of winning. Just saying, you guys got to take advantage of these promos. Again, we only do these during my live streams, so take advantage while the going is hot. All right, let's go ahead and see if there's any more questions. Okay, answer that one. Looking at Golden Eagle on my tip. Move so fast. Within BBWARS lore. Okay, Chef Panda Kage. This is a good one. Within BBWARS lore, what is the Captain Queso's official unit name? That's a good one. All right, Stitch, what do you think? What would be a really cool, edgy name for my unit in BBWARS? You saw the latest teaser, right, for Backbreaker?
Yeah, I've seen the teaser. It's really cool, but I'm terrible at naming units.
Come on, you must have something.
For an Imperial unit...
Because we got to think, I know you're a big Star Wars nerd, too.
I am, but honestly, in Imperial units, usually you just have, the trooper IDs, and honestly, that's all I've ever really seen in most of the movies. Now, my wife, on the other hand, Kaylee, is a reader of some of the books.
Oh, hell yeah.
But, for me, I'm, sitting here scratching my head going, I don't know. I honestly don't know what
One of the other names I remember from the books, it was supposed to be a book that was supposed to be a tie-in book to Battlefront 2, was Inferno Squad. I remember that one, that Inferno Squad. There's always the Imperial Commandos, right? That was a thing as well. The commando units from the Clone Wars that were transferred over when Order 66 happened. They were still working under the Empire. I'm trying to think of other units in the Empire. You're right. Most of them usually just had number designations, right? It was when it came to troopers. Some Prime Tech Customs goes Queso 469. That's good. Prime Tech Customs. That's good. I'm gonna remember that one. Inferno 6. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to think of a good name. I'll come back to that one. That's a good question. I gotta think of a cool name for it because Cisco oversees it too, right? I'm thinking Task Force something, so we'll see how that goes. So Task Force whatever, right? I'll come up with the name later on. Let's see. Oh man, we got a lot of freaking Vader Cheese Squad. Crazy Jason. Oh Jesus Christ. Alvin 11 Bossman delivered. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. Did he? Let's see here, guys. It looks like the vouchers have just been cleared. The vouchers are clear right now. He just cleared them. Alvin 11. Yeah, that's right. He did just deliver, and the vouchers are cleared. So make sure that you take it. Now that we did it, you know what to do. Place your orders at airsoftgi.com for literally anything, and you will be getting those chances in. But again, any $20 plus order, that's a chance to win. $50 or more, that's 5 chances of winning. If it's an airsoft gun, that is 20 chances of winning. You know what to do. Take advantage. There have been several people that have been taking advantage of the $20 promo or $20 promo, 20 entry promo going on right now. So make sure that you place your orders to get those 20 chances of winning. You guys, you got to do it now because there's not that much time left of the stream. Let's see here. I want to make sure. Do you like, Bambi.Killa69. Do you like the Classic Army M134 minigun? So, yes. That thing, the M134, is an absolute fucking monster of an airsoft gun. It is a classic, nonetheless, right? It is through and through an airsoft classic. You have to be there to hold one in order to feel, right, just how fucking cool this thing is, right? You felt it in the store. You've lifted the M134 before, right, Stitch?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. It's pretty cool.
Right, Stitch?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. 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 It's pretty co Yeah, that thing's a beast.
Can you imagine having to like actually run? You know me, I like to run, but even for me, that would tire me out, man. That's a lot to ask for me to go ahead and run fast with that thing. It is a monster of a gun. Realistically, if Stitch, for you, how long of during an airsoft match do you think you'd be able to play with that? Like, doesn't like just minutes wise, because I know it's not going to be more than like 15 for sure.
I would say somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, and I'll be honest with you, I'd find a nice, good spot to post up and just be hosing lanes.
There you go. I mean, at that point, your job with an M134 is literally just to hold down like lane, right? Suppress like all hell, right? Now, for me, obviously, I'm stupid with it, and I'm gonna run like crazy and tire myself out intentionally and get a fucking heat stroke in the field. But, that's, again, like traditionally you would be using that, again, as just a support weapon and an intimidation factor, because they hear that or they see that on the field, they're gonna be like, yeah, fuck that, I'm not charging that. Don't charge the minigun. Don't ever charge the minigun. Yeah, we have, let's see here, M134. 34. Oh, looks like the minigun sold out. But if you wanted the minigun and you want to get something a little bit comparable to it, that's not going to weigh as much, right? It's going to be a lot easier to go out and carry around. Definitely recommend picking up the M133 Mini Vulcan microgun AEG, right? Or if you want to get like the HPA one, you can get the M132 HPA gas Airsoft microgun. That one's also really good. Both of these right now are on a shocker deal. So let's see, the M132, instead of 714, it's going to be 642. And instead of 1088, looks like the M133, the AEG Mini Vulcan, is only 989. And again, it's only going to be on a shocker deal for about 3 more days. But again, you place your order for one right now, you're getting your 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. I want to go ahead and give a shout out as well. Looks like Joel, Ronald got themselves their extra entries. Ephraim. Hey, Ephraim, were you the one that were asking about the T10, or like that you were asking what would I recommend, and I was talking about the T10? But he looks like he got himself the 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway as well. And so did Nico. He got himself the 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, they know what they're doing. These guys know. These are taking advantage of the promos, and they have the highest odds of winning the shopping spree giveaway. And you can too. Again, you have just as much of a chance to win it. All it takes is one order. But depending on what it is, you can increase your chances. Again, anything $100 or more that's an airsoft gun specifically, doesn't matter what brand, just as long as it's an airsoft gun, $100 or more, plays before 9:30, that's 20 chances of winning. And you can be just like Ephraim, you can be just like Nico, and then have those high chances, right? But again, any $50 plus order, if you want to get some tactical gear, if you want to get an accumulation of all the essentials like BBs and green gas, as long as it's $50 or more, that's 5 chances of winning. It's all there. It's all right here for you guys to see for yourself. All it takes is one order. So place your orders now. All right, let's see here.
Yes, real quick. What's the area for the shop?
What's the what?
What's the area code for the shop?
Oh, you mean the zip code?
No, the area code, the phone area code, 3 digits.
Oh, 909.
So a lot of the Stormtrooper legions go by a numeric designator, like First Legion 68, 501st.
Oh, yeah.
So you could be 909 Legion Queso 46. There you go.
Task Force 909. That's pretty cool, actually. You know what? I didn't think about that, huh? You were right. Like, I forgot about the 501st and the 212th. I completely forgot that they used that in the Clone Wars. You know what? I gotta keep that. That's a good suggestion, actually. I might end up keeping that. Let's see here. Brewer looks like he got himself. Motherfucker, Brewer. Brewer's got himself his 20 entries as well. Looks like Ronald got himself those 20 entries as well. Dang, guys. I mean, they're smart. They are absolutely smart. They are taking advantage, and they have the highest odds of winning. Again, that's $2,500. Holy shit, guys. Come on. Place them orders. All right. Let's see. What is it? Ammo's SQA. What are your opinions on the use of QD points for slings? I really appreciate it whenever an airsoft gun offers a QD point for a sling. I've heard other people saying, like, there's some criticisms like, oh, the QD sling points, they're not reliable or something. I haven't had that happen to me. If it's like a true QD sling point, like, yeah, I don't have any problems with like mounting my slings to them if I can get them, like putting a sling swivel on there, putting my 2-point on there, and it just works really well for me. Are you a fan, Stitch, of like the QD sling points, or you prefer mounting it or slinging it a different way? Do you even run slings?
So yes, I do. I prefer 2-point slings for the most part, and QD slings got a bad reputation when they first came out, where some of them would release for no reason. But that problem, for the most part, has gone away. So I would say that the vast majority of modern QD slings and attachments are pretty good. The one thing that you got to check on modern replicas is making sure that the QD point that you're mounting to is appropriate. Some replicas that what looks like a QD sling point is actually just not quite deep enough to hold it properly. So as long as you check that, you're good.
Yeah, it has to be deep enough, and it's like if it's a true quick change, true QD sling point, then you should have no issues. Because again, I haven't had that problem. You are right. I have heard that when, especially I remember like a few years back when QD sling points were like fairly newer, especially in the airsoft scene. I remember hearing some people say, "Oh, it's not as reliable," and I was like, I didn't really have that experience, but I guess to some people it happened. But as far as like any guns that I see now that offer it, like when I see customers like putting all their accessories on it when they put their sling swivels on there, they're secure on there. They don't slip out. So very, very cool. All right, let's see here. Let's see if anyone has a question. See here, make sure I'm not missing anything. Alex or Nothing asks, does anyone know where I can get an adapter for the T11 Action Army Sniper? It's not VSR or ASR spec. Help. I feel like we had that. Let me see here. Let me take a look here. T11 Action Army Sniper. I don't remember. We might not actually carry one yet. We'll have to look into carrying one. Actually, that'd be a pretty like handy item to have. It is always unfortunate whenever like you can't find an adapter or can't get a trace unit or any sort of muzzle device to get onto your rifle because the thread size and direction are off spec for whatever reason. I get that. I'll look into that. If anything, you can also go ahead and DM us directly on Discord or Instagram, Facebook. We can get you taken care of. Maybe give a few suggestions as well as to how to make it work. So let us know. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. 909th Legion Queso Force insert double digit here. That's a good one, Prime Tech. See here. Make sure I'm nothing. Okay, Real Wild. Ooh, this is a good one. Need an M9 recommendation. Stitch, do you have experience with M9s? Or are you mostly just like high cap as in 1911s?
So M9 as in Beretta 92?
Yep.
Being honest, I am a Raccoon City fan, so whenever you can get a hold of those, I love them. But there's a lot of M9 replicas out there. Really, all of them serve really well. I'm a definite fan of a standard gas blowback. I'm not a fan of the non-blowback versions of them.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's cool. I've ran M9s before, and you're right. Like when I had the opportunity to, because I'm such a big fan, especially of the first, like the original trilogy of the Resident Evil games. When I had an opportunity to own like the Samurai Edge M9, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm gonna get that right." I'm a cosplay as Chris Redfield, which I am working on right now. That cosplay is in the works right now. Working on a current Jurassic Park cosplay right now for the meantime, but the Chris Redfield is happening. Probably around Halloween is when it might be completed. But yes, for M9s, we actually have a few of them that are discounted right now, real wild. One of my favorites has got to be, where is it? Well, if you wanted the original, right, you can definitely go with the Tokyo Marui M92F, right, chrome stainless M9. That one's a classic as well. But if you want to save yourself a little bit of money, what I would actually suggest, see here if I can pull it up. G&G has a few good ones as well. This one's actually pretty sick. It's got the fake sort of wood panels on here. I really like that. G&G system is a little bit proprietary. They are incredibly reliable and they are incredibly gas efficient. But magazines, they're going to be a little bit like set in like, okay, you can only go with the G&G brand. If you want something a little bit more forgiving and accepting of different brands, you can always go with a WeTech one, right? I have one of these. I have the Resident Evil version, the Biohazard version. So it's supposed to be like the Stars Samurai Edge one. That one's really cool. But this is essentially the same gun, right? This is the WeTech M9 Tactical, silver, right? And this one's on a shocker deal right now for like $122. So it's a pretty damn good deal. The other option, I would say, if you can do it, then I would say full send it and get the Elite Force M92A1 because this one is CO2 powered, meaning that it's going to kick a little bit more. It's going to have a little bit of a higher FPS. And this one's capable of both semi-auto and full auto. And the full auto on this thing is stupid fast. Have you ever shot one of these?
So the CO2 powered full auto, I have not. I have shot a green gas full auto.
The green gas one is fast, but no, like I have one of these. I have the CO2 Elite 479. Like we're talking like fucking 50 something RPS, I think. That thing is stupid fast. Like it sounds like a DSG. Wah! Like holy shit, I'm out of ammo already. That was a full magazine. If you have the means for it, then I say full send it and go for this guy. Will you ever use the full auto? Probably not. However, it is fucking cool that it's there. And if you ever do go to like a Milsom, like when I offered all the homies who want to go to Milsom West, me just let me know. If you ever have the means, like if you're just in a building and you need to just suppress fire in this building, right? You just need to say fuck you to the other person, right? With a shit ton of BBs, flip it to full auto. No one's gonna want to mess with you at that point, man. That is a great way of scaring your enemy. Of just be like, oh, what is that? Is that a DSG? Let's get out of here. Like Zoink Scoob, he has a DSG. Let's book it. Rare DSG. I don't know why I did Scooby right now, but yes, I would highly recommend doing this one as well. But there's a couple different choices. If you're looking to save money, go with this one. Go with the WeTech ones. They're solid. You can find magazines for them pretty much everywhere. We sell them. Everyone sells them. And they're cheap too, right? And then the Elite Force 1, if you want that extra, it's got that extra heft too. Full metal construction and CO2. I love myself a good CO2 blowback pistol. And Elite Force makes their stuff like built like fucking tanks. Let's see if we can go ahead and see any more. See here. Oh, what's up? What's up? You saying something? Oh, okay. Let's see here. Bambi Killer, do you like the Tokimarui AA-12? I am. I do like the. I am a fan of it. I could never really see myself really using one fully, just because it's not the most practical thing in the world. But it's freaking cool. Let's see here. My guns is fun to hold. Cute little BC Prime Tech Customs. Yeah, Prime Tech Customs. I love the microgun. Specifically the AEG version. I really am a big fan of that one. Looks like we got Nico with an additional 5 entries, Dark Tree with the additional 5 entries, and Chef Panda Kage with the 20 extra chances of winning the $2,500 shopping spree giveaway. For everyone that's placing their orders for one of these, y'all are the smart ones. Y'all are really freaking smart. And notice too, a lot of them also happen to be like returning. They know that these deals are legit, guys. Again, you guys can be the next big winner. You guys can be the winner of the $2,500 shopping spree giveaway, and all it takes is one order. Get yourself your airsoft gun from Airsoft GI. You will not regret it, because again, you are going to be getting this entry in. We're not doing this, for any, like, this is completely for free. We're doing this because we want to give back to the community. Looks like Dark Tree again with another 5 entries. Thank you, my man. Thank you. But again, take advantage while you can, because the stream is ending in just a little over 30 minutes, like 34 minutes is when the stream is ending. So you guys got to take advantage while you can. Again, remember, any $20 plus order, you're in. Any $50 plus order, you're in with 5 chances. And any airsoft gun order that's $100 or more, that's 20 chances of winning. Let's see here. And for anyone that's just listening right now, again, you're watching it. First of all, I appreciate the fact that you guys are watching the stream. Stitch and I really appreciate the fact that you choose to spend your time to hang out with all the Mayo Gang. But again, we've had previous winners for like weeks, literally weeks on end. We've had nothing but like first time winner, first time shopper, right? Their names are being called, and they only place like one order. So for everyone that's thinking that, oh, I'm never going to win, I never win these things, you absolutely have a chance to win. You absolutely have a chance to win, and all it takes is one order. Even if you only get like the $20 like entry in, right? That's fine. You have your chance in. The fact that you place an order means that you have a higher chance of someone that decided to go in and just quit, throw in the towel, and not even try. You absolutely have a chance, so make sure that you place your orders. Just happens to be like during my stream that we do these exclusive promos, so take advantage of those too. If you can, if you have means, fucking full send it, man. Full send it. Again, because any airsoft gun that you place, it's not a lottery. You're going to be getting everything that you order from Airsoft GI. You're just going to also get that potential of winning the big cash prize. So place your orders now. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Johnny Curley asks, when does the drawing take place? The drawing takes place actually this coming Thursday, so in about 2 days. In 2 days, Sis is going to be hosting that live stream at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The deadline for all orders to be entered is going to be 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. At 6:45 is when he's going to announce the winner, and you have 10 minutes to go ahead and reply in the live chat your order number and the last words of your telephone number to confirm that it's you that placed the order. Okay, choose here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, go ahead and go here. Looks like
Yeah.
James, looks like real wild. You got yourself the 20 chances of winning with the Biohazard M9, the WeTech one, the Resident Evil, my guy. Appreciator of fine culture, I see. Let's see here. Okay, this one's for you specifically, Stitch. Prime Tech Customs asks, Stitch, did you get the Cat M4 yet?
Oh, that thing is tempting. So Prime Tech did a couple of reviews on the Cat Versatile that he got from a guy early on, and he just recently got a Explorer. And I'll be honest, I've been looking at that Explorer, but also being honest, my top priority is still my MGC4 addiction, and I'm working towards trying to see if I can pick up Mark II. So that's my first priority, but that Cat Explorer is right up there.
Hell yeah. No, freaking, I like the Arcturus. Pretty much most Arcturus stuff right now is like coming out is pretty damn good, right? But the Cat series is like their internals are like freaking solid too. My only problem with the Cat series was the battery compartment situation, right? I just wasn't a huge fan of that. But I mean, other than that, it's a solid gun, man. I'm impressed. All right, let's see here. Okay, here's it. Evan Jackson asks, Q, is the Lancer Tactical Gen 3 a good starter, or do you got anything else? Well, there are several different options that you can get, Evan Jackson. But personally, I am a fan of the Gen 3 series. Gen 2s and Gen 3s. I think if you are on a little bit more of a budget, I would say go for a Gen 2, because most of the Gen 2s that like the standard Gen 2s, you can get them for less than $220, right? Like my favorite Gen 2 to recommend, favorite Airsoft gun right now, honestly, has to be the LT31. Yeah, has to be the LT31 Raider. This gun makes getting into like milsim aesthetics and like setups easy. It makes it super damn easy, right? But like it's gonna come included with a battery. It's gonna come included with a charger. Pretty much everything you need to get started right out of the box. Solid mid-capacity magazine, full metal rail, polymer construction. Like it's just solid. It's a super solid. And again, it's a standard V2 that you can upgrade the shit out of and put whatever you want in there. I recommend these because again, they're affordable at $209. And you get everything that you need, right? So you're not going to be spending any more extra money on anything else outside of like maybe face protection and like extra BBs, right? If you want to, or maybe like a speed loader. But even, like it makes it easy to get into it. I like recommending the Gen 2s, but if you want to get a Gen 3, yeah, man, you're going to be getting a few more features, right? You're not going to be getting the battery and charger, but the trade-off is you are going to be getting a low power or low FPS spring, in addition to a pre-installed Nebula MOSFET, so you have that programmability, which is very, very freaking cool. But again, it's going to come down to whatever it is that you like. I would say Gen 2s, Gen 3s, solid. You can't go wrong with a solid Gen 2 or Gen 3. All right, let's see here. Okay, Airsoft Brewer. Hola, Isaias. What is your opinion, or do you have any info on the PTS Zev Core Elites? Let's pull them up right here. PTS Zev Core Elite. Okay, the PTS Zev Core Elites are cool. I love that they actually have the 3 different lengths. First and foremost, I want to get the positives. I like that they have the 3 different variations of it. So you have options, right? You have the CQB, you have the SBR, and you have the carbine, right? Personally, I'm more partial to the carbine. Now, I haven't had too much shooting experience with these guys. I've had a little bit, but not too much, so I can't say a whole lot. However, I do think they are really, really cool looking. That's all I'm going to say right now because, again, I haven't had too much experience with it. I think they're really, really cool. I love the aesthetics of these. The rail system on here is clean. I love the rose gold outer barrel. I love the PTS furniture. PTS always makes some dope furniture, make their guns look really freaking cool. However, the only thing that I would have to say is like a little bit like, a little bit like down, like sort of a bummer or a downside of them is the fact that the internals are going to be SEMA, or if you prefer, SIMA. I don't know, CYM. I've heard some people actually even say it as CYMA. I don't know who was actually right. We all say SEMA. They're all supposed to be SEMA OEM internals. And when you think about that, and it's like $379 for SEMA internals, like.
When you say SEMA internals, does it have that micro switch in it too?
I believe this one. Let me see here. Single switch trigger. I don't think it is. The thing I remember about specifically about the Zev cores was that they were going to be pretty slow. Like they're pretty sluggish in terms of responsiveness. Like we tested them and they were like a little bit sluggish. Like so I'm not sure which like what exactly was like made it so slow. But yeah, it's just not like you shoot it. Like I remember like the first time I shot it, because I did shoot it. It wasn't impressive, really. Like, and I thought, like, okay, maybe that's just me. Like, maybe I'm just spoiled for choice. But nah, like, because I got everyone else's opinions at the office too, and none of them were like really that impressed. And which is sad, because I do like PTS, right? I think this is a cool looking rifle. I think they're cool looking setups, but for $379.99, you gotta ask yourself, what is it that you're getting, right? Like, I mean, like if you were just gonna buy it, right, and just gut the internals entirely, then sure, right? If you want to spend $379 for that and you think it's worth it, then by all means go for it. Personally, I don't think for me it would be, because again, like at that point, if I'm gonna spend that much money on an airsoft gun, I'd rather just get honestly a Zion Arms R15. I'd rather get an R15 or rather get myself an MGC4, right? Like between the two, because I know that they're gonna be a lot more responsive. They're gonna be a little bit faster when it comes to the rate of fire. They're still gonna look cool. Obviously, they're not gonna have all that PTS furniture, but again, that's stuff that you can go ahead and spend extra like later on down the line, right? You want to go ahead and put a Zev rail on your MGC4? Yeah, absolutely, you can. I think the rail that you get is really cool, but you can. Like, yeah, people like, yeah, Bossman says go ahead and just like get it and like just immediately put a gate titan in there. Yeah, that's what I would do too. That Bossman, I would absolutely do the same thing. I would want to put a gate titan in there. All right, let's see here. Yeah, so the price is pure externals and name. Yeah, Brewer. It's pure externals and name. I was hoping that someone else was gonna OEM it, but it is what it is. Business, airsoft business. They decided to go with who they went with, and it is what it is. I'm a little disappointed with it, but if you guys still like it, by all means, it's there for pre-order. And again, if you pre-order it before tonight, again, you only have a few more minutes, like 25 minutes. Pre-order it before 9:30, and you're gonna get the 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Just saying. Let's see here. Scrolling up, making sure I'm not missing anything. Banger Airsoft. When am I coming on the stream to talk Milsim shenanigans? Hey man, maybe soon. I got a list of people that I want to get on the stream as well. That I like draw from our Discord. But yeah, man, anything's possible in the future. Absolutely, I'm not opposed. All right, let's see here. Okay, making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, guys, if you have any questions that you guys want to go ahead and ask, be sure to go ahead and let us know. Make sure you go and put a Q in front so I don't miss it. Odds are less likely that I'm not going to be able to miss it if you have a Q in front of it. Okay, let's hear. This is from Charles Seabridge as well. Hey, Isaias, I was looking for an AEP type gun. First of all, I would say no, don't do that. It's typically when it comes to holsters, like if the holster that we sell like is going to say like universal. Then I would say, yeah, like it should be able to fit most pistols on there as well. Like, cause again, we sell like, let's see here. Let me take a look. Ammo Max holster. Yeah, like if it says like universal holster or like multi-fit holsters, it should fit like pretty much most everything. But I would say don't pick one of those up, man. Don't pick one of those. Get yourself in like an actual gas-like pistol. And again, we have pretty much every option available too. So I would just say pick those up. All right, let's see here. Yeah, don't buy an AEP type pistol. Yeah, you're not gonna. Here's the problem with. Okay, so I'll let you guys know what my problem is with AEP pistols. They are good in theory, right? It sounds great, right? If you don't mind the fact that it's non-blowback, sure, right? Then okay, yeah, go with an AEP so you don't have to worry about gas. And it seems like you're gonna be saving money, but honestly, at the end of the day, it's not really worth it because the part, like all the internals, like okay, cool. Like where are you gonna get the replacement internals when shit falls apart? Fucking like where? Like you're gonna have to, you could maybe go overseas, but even then, who wants to spend that much for international shipping for overseas parts if they even exist in the first place, right? Most people, whenever you break like an AEP, you bring them to like a regular tech, they're just gonna be like, dude, just buy another one. Either just buy another one or get yourself like a proper gas blowback pistol. At the end of the day, right? Because at least then, with an actual gas blowback pistol, like again, anything from WeTech, you want to get something from Elite Force, I don't know, like RWA, if you want to get one of those new RWA, EXA pistols, at least there's parts for it, right? At least parts exist for it, and you can buy them. You don't have to pay international shipping, right? They're there, they're available. You can upgrade the shit out of it too, right? When something goes down. Because let's be honest, all airsoft guns at some point or another, parts are going to wear down, and it's important to be able to go out and replace them out. Very much just like a car, right? Let's see here. Ooh, this is a good one. Oh, well, go for it. Go for it, Sitz. Go for it.
For AEPs, I think the only use case that I can think of is if you're playing in a place that has really cold weather. And that's about the only time where gas blowback has some issues, is because green gas is really sensitive to cold and CO2 is kind of sensitive. That's about the only time I could really see using an AUP.
Yeah, and even then, like my response to that, whenever like people say that, is like usually I just say, okay, just go CO2.
Yeah, CO2 works better than green gas will, but we had a couple of guys that were playing out in Minnesota in winter. Why they were doing that in Minnesota?
I was gonna say, like, isn't there fucking snow there like crazy?
Yep, and they wanted to do that, and for those people and for that purpose, it worked out okay. But yeah, you're right. For the vast majority of us, CO2 works better in cold than green gas, and green gas works better in warm.
Yeah, no, I whenever I have the option of going a CO2, like I don't care if like the system itself would be proprietary, so long as it is like legitly like reliable and super efficient. And with CO2, it is very less likely that you're gonna get that cooldown effect when you play outdoors. Obviously, if it's like like Stitch said, winter, snowing, right, in Minnesota, then yeah, obviously, then I would just be like not playing. But yeah, I would say like just get CO2 and it's going to solve most of your problems. And again, you order any CO2 pistol as long as $100 or more. It's an airsoft pistol at CO2 and it's $100 or more, or any airsoft gun for that matter. As long as you place it before 9:30, you're going to be getting 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. Guys, I'm not making this up. We have had plenty of people so far actually take advantage of the promos going on, and now they have the highest odds of winning. But that doesn't mean that you don't have any chance of winning either. Make sure to go ahead and place your orders at Airsoft Chair. Remember, any $20 plus order for anything, literally anything, and you are going to be getting a shot at winning the shopping spree giveaway. It's one chance of entry. However, if it's a $50 plus order, that's 5 chances of winning. But again, you have to place before 9:30. But if it's an airsoft gun, that's 20 chances. Simple as that. Simple as that. We make it as easy as possible for you guys to get as many chances to win as possible. All right, let's see here. Cutter airsoft. Hard to see BBs in the snow. Actually, that's a good question. Have you ever played in the snow, Stitch?
Myself? No. I'm not playing for cold weather.
Would you ever consider like if like someone's like, hey, you want to go play like want to go play out somewhere in the Midwest like Minnesota, right? It's like yeah, I'll play. Oh, just bear in mind it's gonna be snowing. Would you ever want to try it?
Being perfectly honest, I would not go out there in the freezing cold unless they bribed me.
It's like, all right, we have to pay you to play airsoft in the cold. Do you not like the cold that much?
Actually, I like the cold. It's just I don't really see myself playing in it because I'll be honest, there's more than just the cold to think about. When you're running around in snow, it's harder to move in, and it's also if you've got slick ground around, it's easier to fall and hurt yourself. So, yeah, at my age, I'll pass.
No, I get that. Like I that is actually used to be a childhood fear of mine. Actually, I used to be deadly afraid of falling and like hitting my head. I don't know, like I would just see like videos of people like on online, right? And my parents used to do this to me all the time. Anytime they wanted to get me to learn a lesson, like lectures didn't they would tell me to do stuff and it'd be one thing, right? But if they really wanted to cement something, they would just show me a video of like, see, this is what happens when you don't do whatever it is, right? Like if you don't wear, like the biggest one, if you don't wear a helmet when you ride, a skateboard, because I used to skate a lot back in the day and ride bikes. They're like, if you don't wear your helmet, you're gonna fall and you're gonna hit your head and then you're gonna die, right? And I would see videos of people like, my dad would show me like people cracking their skulls open, like kids, right? Like just passing or getting concussions and shit. And I would be like, oh, I don't want that to happen to me. So I would like legit, I contemplated for a long time just running like a helmet, like a regular like skateboard helmet, just on my head 24/7. I didn't care where I was. I was just so afraid that I was gonna hit my head on something that I just decided, and I did it for like a week where I just wore a helmet. Like, and my mom was like, "You look ridiculous with that thing. I don't want to hit my head." I was just so afraid of hitting my head. I don't know what it is. Especially whenever I like went on hiking trips with my parents, I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit my head on rocks and I'm gonna die." Yep. I thankfully grew out of that, but yes, I completely understand. Like when it comes to like ice or like freezing cold roads, like slippery roads and what have you, I could see why that would be a major cause for concern. Even at my age, like I'm not gonna be young forever, right? Like I don't want to like crack my back or something, and then I'm gonna have to waddle around everywhere. I don't want to do that. All right, let's move on to the next question before I get depressed. Yes, doesn't work. I dropped the LAF and tried to fix it when they said the parts were really hard to find. Did figure should I send the parts for sale This is from Quansol, the Bully Hunter, Isaias. But I used KWA MP7. It doesn't work. I dropped it off. I have to have it fixed. They said the parts are really hard to find and didn't fix it. Should I source the parts or sell, move on? I like the KWA MP7. I think it's a very fun gun, like for sure. And I remember like when the MP7 hype was like super high too. Everyone wanted an MP7, and the KWA one's like fairly new. Everyone's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get." Like, right, everyone wanted one. I think even I had one at one point. I just wasn't a huge fan. Like, I kind of like, I just didn't want to have to deal with another like gas flow. Like, magazines were so expensive for it. However, if you're a fan of the MP7, I say go for it. I say source the parts. KWA actually sells a lot of the OEM internal parts. You can typically get those as well. If you want to go ahead and just source those, that's always an option. I don't know if we have, let's see here. I think we still have it. I don't know if it's still available. Let's see here. Let me double check. Anyway, H&K. Yeah, worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out, you can always try to like resell it yourself, and then you can go ahead and buy a brand new one, right? Start off with one that's like legit brand new, and it's going to be working, and it's going to come included with a warranty. And again, pick one up before the end of the stream. You get yourself 20 chances of winning the shopping spree giveaway. I'm just saying. All right, let's see here. James McKenzie asks, is the Titan battery better than the LiPo battery? So no, how do I? Okay, so the Titan battery is a lithium-ion battery. It is not the same as a LiPo battery. Stitch, do you have a preference generally between lithium-ion and lithium polymer batteries yourself? I don't know, just out of curiosity, do you have a preference?
So yes, actually I do. Okay. I like the lithium ions because they're more forgiving. I'll be honest, there's times where I just forget that I've left it fully charged, and I've puffed up a couple of LiPo batteries because I didn't charge them or handle them properly. You know, that's bad. Lithium ions don't have the same level of risk. There's still a small risk with them, as with any lithium battery, but they're a lot more forgiving, and generally they're also a lot more capacity is kind of common. But by the same token, they tend to be bigger too. When you've got a 3,000 mAh battery, it tends to be kind of a fatty battery.
Yeah, like really, really thick. Like to the point where I remember several people coming into the storefront, right? People would come in and they would be like, "Oh, you have Titan batteries," and of course we had them, so we'd sell them. But we didn't realize until later on that they're like, "Oh, we get a lot of complaints saying that, oh, they don't fit into my gun," and like we'd see like, "Oh, what kind of?" And they were just rocking like a regular like SOP mod, a stock, or they were rocking like worst case like one of those like minimalist style stocks, right? And it's like some of those you could try to squeeze it in there, and there might be a way to, but a lot of those lithium ion batteries, Titan included, because I run Titans too. Those, because they have such a higher milliamperage, they're a lot thicker than just your standard like regular Airsoft brand LiPo battery, right? Like anything from Echo One, anything from Lancer, they're gonna be smaller, more compact. And the way the trend has been going for a lot of airsoft guns and for what players like, they really love their like super small, minimalist style like aesthetics and furniture, like the stocks and everything. Yeah, because you're limiting your battery space, you might not have the space for a Titan battery. I use a Titan battery, but I mostly use Titans on my 249 or like lithium ion batteries for like my 249 and guns that have like an excessive amount of batteries. So we're talking like full stock or CQB stubby stocks for a lot of guys that I know that run those. They put Titans in there because they have the battery space for it. Hell, even on my MP5 when I brought that out to Milsim events, because again I needed it for 3 days, I have it wired to the rear, but I'm using like that regular like retractable paddle stock. Right, so I put a pistol pouch in the back so I can house a much larger battery. So I put a Titan in there. Right, but again, that's because I have the battery space for it. If you modify your gun or just change out the furniture, like the stock, like to accept bigger batteries, then I would say go for it. But otherwise, I would say be careful with that because you might not even have the space to use it. And the performance aspect, there's not really going to be much of a performance difference really between a Titan battery and like your regular Airsoft LiPo battery. Even the C rating is like, even though it's C ratings and Airsoft batteries are not even the most accurate, there's not like gonna be any sort of major noticeable difference between the two. So I would say for the most part, stick with a regular LiPo battery for now because they're easier and to access. If you're worried about being like, again, you want something a little quote unquote safer, then I would say maybe go with a lithium ion battery like a Titan, but just bear in mind it might not fit, so just keep that one in mind. All right, let's see here.
PTS EPS stock for that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, PTS stock. That EPS, man, that comes in clutch. EPS, or you can get like a stubby stock, like a stubby CQB stock, or just get a full length M16 stock. Bro, you're good. You don't have to worry about battery space. That is not a concern for you anymore. All right, let's see. Here.
There was one.
William.
Yeah.
Oh, go for it.
There was a stock that was called the BAS, and it stood for literally big ass stock.
Yeah, Classic Army BAS stock. That's another one too. I love that stock. That's on some of the Nemesis guns too. You can find some of the Nemesis guns with the BAS stock on there. Dude, that houses a lot of battery space too. It literally stands for big ass stock. All right, next question. William Dixon asks, so I bought the Mayo gun earlier today. If you're talking about the MGC4, maybe, do I still qualify for the raffle? Absolutely. Here's the thing. Here's any order that was placed post 6:30, like last Thursday. If it was placed after 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time Thursday, right after that, till now, like even now, right until Thursday 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, this next coming Thursday, any order is automatically going to get you an entry into the shopping spree. You do not have to worry about it. These promos, these are only during my live stream specifically, but you still get your entry into it. Don't worry, you are going to be getting an entry. As long as it was $20 or more, you got yourself your chance in. All right, let's see here. Let's see. Any more questions? James McKenzie asked the same one. Oh, okay then. Only because I have those. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. Anybody see you guys are in a sec? Would you... Okay, here's Charles Seabridge. Hey, Isaias or Stitch. Back to my very first question about the Honey Badger. Since you guys are out of stock, where would you suggest buy one? I would suggest, since Honey Badgers are kind of hard to get, I would suggest either make your own, right, which would probably be the easiest way to go ahead and do it. That way you know exactly what parts are going into it. Build your own from whatever base gun that you currently have, or get a base gun and then build it out to have that sort of Honey Badger-esque aesthetic, right? We sell mock suppressors. We sell rail systems. You can build it out to whatever it is that you want, right? It's actually very easy to do when it comes to like ARs, M4s, M16s. It's actually not a difficult process. The hardest part is going to be getting a mock suppressor to fit inside of a rail, but even then, we sell thin like mock suppressors. We've done it plenty of times before. All right, let's see here. Any more questions? William Dixon, how do I know if I win? Well, you're going to know on Thursday, this coming Thursday, during the Shopping Spree giveaway live stream. Cisco is going to be hosting that during on Thursday, starting at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, all the way to about 7 o'clock, right? It's all the entries are going to be cut off at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. At 6:45 specifically is when he's going to announce the winner. Once the winner is announced, you have 10 minutes to go ahead and put the information down, that being your order number and the last 4 digits of your telephone number, down in the live chat in order to verify that it is you that did win. Otherwise, the prize is going to stack. That's why we are at $2,500 right now, because we started at $600. But because, again, people, like a lot of the people that might be viewing this, I'm just saying, a lot of the quote-unquote lurkers, I appreciate you guys viewing. Always appreciate you guys viewing. Always appreciate your viewership. However, probably thinking, maybe I'm not going to win. There's no chance. Why do I even bother? I'm not going to even try. It's they not end up like participating, right? Or they place an order and they don't know about the live stream, and they just figure, it's not a point. I'm not even going to bother paying attention, and they forfeit their chance, and it stacks. That's what's going to happen, and we added an additional $600 to it because we were able to meet a goal that we had during the last live stream. We increased an additional $100 to the prize pot, but we are sitting right now $2,500. Ain't that fucking crazy? Okay, let's see here. Oh, this one's a good one. Evan Jackson, any plate carrier or tack vest recommendation at a bigger price? Oh, maybe he just means like not really much of a budget. Okay, this one I'll leave to you answer first, Stitch. What would you suggest or recommend for, let's assume money's not really too much of an issue. In your personal opinion, what do you recommend as far as plate carriers or chest rigs?
So there's a really high-end Condor that I was looking at. I think it was the Cyclone, if I remember correctly. Okay. That's full plate carrier that has quick release buckles and all that fancy stuff on it. I'm a Condor fan. I like their product, and it worked for me for many years. There are other plate carriers that are also kind of more luxe in cost, but I'll be honest, Condors are right about mid-range when it comes to cost, and they've been consistent performers for me for years.
Yeah. No, anytime we get like former like military or we get law enforcement, right, that comes in. We've actually had a couple of guys that come in that one time I remember they seemed like I don't like they seemed very, quiet, reserved to themselves, and it made sense. Turns out they were contractors. And they were like looking at us like, "Oh, you guys carry Condor?" We're like, "Yeah, man." I'm like, "Oh, I love Condor." Like they were really all about it. But no, they picked up a few Cyclones. You're right, it actually is a Cyclone. It's the one you were looking at specifically, Stitch, is most likely the Cyclone RS plate carrier with the quick release buckles and everything. Yeah, that's the RS. That one's actually really comfy. Like that one's really, really comfy. And you know what I have to say? This is one thing, and I'm sure you might appreciate this too, Stitch. One thing I love about Condor is their sizing. A lot of times when you buy Airsoft brand like tactical gear, a lot of times the sizing is it's very Asian sized, right? So it's very like a lot smaller than American sizes. Condor is using for the most part American size or maybe even slightly larger, right? Usually I wear like an adult large t-shirt, right? That's like typically my size for most things. But when it comes to Condor, even their large can be a little bit big, but I prefer it that way. I want to have a little bit more room, a little bit more breathability, a little more comfort, as opposed to being something like that's too tight, I could squeeze into a Condor medium and it would be a little tight, but it would still be comfy. So that's actually one thing that's really cool about Condor is that a lot of their sizing, they seem to be very size inclusive too. So for all of my bigger boys out there, don't worry, Condor has got you taken care of as well. And again, good quality stuff, really good quality stuff. All right, let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, Life of Riley 429 asks, what is the worst airsoft company in your opinion? I think he means like airsoft brand or like retailer, or not retailer, airsoft brand, yeah, airsoft brand manufacturer, in your opinion. I have like kind of a mixed answer for this, but because the stream is ending soon, I'll let you answer this one first.
So, I don't know. I really don't pay attention to the lower quality stuff for the most part because generally that's not. Yeah, I'm looking for use. I've heard bad things about different companies, but nothing really sticks out for me right now. Wish I could tell you more on that, but really, I can tell you a lot of things about what's best bang for the buck, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but
you're right. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. You are right. Like at the end of the day, like you are a player that definitely goes for. You don't really mind the price so much. Obviously, you're not gonna like just spend immediately top dollar just willy nilly without doing your research. Obviously, you do your research. You look into what's like what's good quality. But you also are like a person that likes to go ahead and spend money on like the nicer quality things because you are gonna get your mileage out of it, right? Like I totally get that. Personally, when it comes to brands, there have been several I'll say this outright. Every brand has had some stinkers in their past, right? Like every brand, doesn't matter how good they are. Everyone has made like a gun that was like, all right, like what the fuck happened, right? Like you dropped the ball, and even the company sometimes will be like, all right, cool, yeah, no, we did, and they'll discontinue the product. If there was one brand that was like consistently disappointing to me, because I get to see what the actual quality of like work is into it, is most likely APS, man. Like there's a reason why APS, and it's not like I'm never willing to give them the chance. If one day APS turned around and was able to be like, look, we're making the best shit possible, then I would 100% give them the respect that they deserve, right? But the fact of the matter is, every time I see an APS fucking gun that has problems, I'm like, man, it's always the same fucking problems too. Like fucking no quality control, it's always disappointing too. Like there's like literally no level of quality when it comes to like how they put this together. Like that's a gun that I look at and I'm like, you can tell either they were in a rush at the assembly line or they just didn't give a fuck to like even bother checking to see if they did it right. Like I look at how the way they like some of the pictures that some of the horror stories that some people send, like when it comes to like, okay, so I just opened up my APS gun, what the fuck, and it's like not even assembled right. Like what the fuck is happening? But yes, in my opinion, that probably my go-to answer would be APS. Also, want to give a last-minute shout-out to Jeffrey. He got himself the 5 extra entries. And looks like Nico got himself another 5 entries. And Darktree with the 20 entries, my boy. He got himself those 20 extra chances to win. Guys, you have like 3 minutes. 3 minutes before I cut off the stream and the promo ends. So make sure you take advantage now while you can. All right, let's hear. Making sure I'm not missing anything. The cold and snow sucks. That's why I moved to Florida. Dude, but now you got to contend with gators, man. Now you gotta contend with gators. I don't know, man. Snow, man-eating alligators. I don't know. I think I might choose the snow. Okay, let's see. Make sure. Let's see. Maybe miss anything. Let's see here. Making sure not miss anything. Isaias, have you ever been hit in the head with a chancla? Yes, I have. It's not fun. Thank you for bringing up those dark memories, Brewer. I was trying to repress those memories, but thank you for bringing to light. Now I need to go see my therapist again. All right, let's see here. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Like when G&G made the SSG one, what were they thinking? I don't hate the SSG one. The SSG one's fine. I don't hate it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I don't hate it. Nowhere near as APS, man. At least it's still a G&G at the end of the day, right? Like that's gonna be like, yeah. I think APS is probably just the lowest tier, honestly, in my opinion. At least G&G is still like it's a G&G, right? It's still a combat machine at the end of the day, even if it is overpriced. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. If I'm starting, okay. Here's a good one, and this one you and I can both answer. Evan Jackson asks, if I'm starting, should I invest in a pistol or wait and spend money on other stuff? I'll let you answer this one first, since it's like 1 minute before the stream ends.
Sure. So, I would say if you're getting into airsoft, the airsoft primary replica is your main focus, yes, but don't scrimp on getting your own safety equipment. So getting your own goggles, mask, those are vital. After that, later on, once you've got all the basics covered, maybe something to carry some extra magazines, some extra mags. Once you've got those basics covered, you can look at a secondary. But really get that safety equipment and become self-sufficient with your primary first.
Yeah, no, that is 100. That's the same thing that honestly I was gonna say. Get yourself everything else you need before getting a sidearm. A sidearm is cool. I love a good sidearm, but again, getting yourself like PPE, face masks, even just batteries and chargers, right? BBs, extra magazines. That's gonna be on the top of my priority list after buying yourself the actual airsoft gun itself. Then you can start thinking about, okay, let me get myself a sidearm. I would even think about tactical gear first before getting a sidearm too. That would probably be my first thing. All right, guys, it is now 9:30. That is it. That is the end of this episode of the No Flight List live stream. I had my boy Stitch come on and help me answer some questions. Stitch, I want to say, and again, this comes from Bossman as well. Thank you. In all seriousness, man, thank you for coming on the stream. It was super fun. I always enjoy having a guest on. It was super fun last time when I did it with Brewer, and it was actually really cool having you on here as well. I am definitely going to be having more guests on, but I wanted to say again from both Bossman and myself, thank you, Stitch, for coming on. And everyone, if you can, please through your I can't really hear it, but give everyone give Stitch a round of applause, if you will, a little golfer clap. I don't know if you can hear it.
I appreciate the opportunity to be here because really this community is what keeps me on the streams and everywhere else because these guys are really great. Thank you. Having me and hope I was able to answer some of your questions.
Yeah, no, it was super cool. I love having an opposing opinion. I love having a different opinion other than mine. It's really cool when I have someone to go back and forth with, man. But thank you so much for coming on. I'll see you probably the next time you swing by the store.
Yep.
All right, take it easy, bro.
Yep. Night, everybody.
All right, got him. All right, guys. Again, that was the end of this episode of the No Flight List live stream. End of episode 12. Yeah, 12. End of episode 12. For everyone that joined, thank you so much for joining. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. It means the world to me that you guys chose to spend your time hanging out with not just the Mayo Gang, but with me as well. I really do appreciate it. And again, make sure to go ahead. If you want to support myself, Cisco, Bossman, everyone at Airsoft GI, make sure to go ahead and place all your orders through airsoftgi.com. Specifically, literally catering to every Airsoft needs. Everything that you guys need. And again, we're the only Airsoft Retailer that awards your $20 plus order with a chance to win a shopping spree giveaway. My name is Isaias, and I will see you guys on the next one. It's been real.